Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Michael Mastro with Transformational Vedic Astrology. Today we're going to look at the chart for Placido Domingo, a famous opera singer, one of the four tenors, born in 1941 in Madrid. If you look at his chart, you can see if you look to the east when he was born, you would see the constellation associated with Leo rising at 22 degrees. Any planet that's within 5 degrees of that, 22 degrees, has a lot of impact in his chart. For example, Mars and let's see, Moon also. Just a little, within a degree or so there. So, and then we want to look and see where the multicona signs are. So we know that many of the signs are ruled by two planets, but there is a closer affinity with one of the planets. So, for example, Venus rules Taurus and Libra, but Venus is closer to Libra. So the seventh sign of Libra becomes a multicona sign. And so 1, 4, 5, 7, 9, and 11 are the multicona signs. So whatever sign you see those numbers are the main houses that he's working on in this lifetime. So let's just go around. So the first house, you see Leo, ruled by Sun. So he's working on his longevity. He's quite a ripe old age right now. And he's working on his life purpose. He has a strong image. Sun is good. He's got good support from his family, his father, and governments. Let's see, he's working on wealth and recognition, continuation of the marital bond. Virgo, ruled by Mercury in the second house. Third house, you see Libra, ruled by Venus. Success through performing arts. And then you see in the sixth house, you have Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter, giving focus on his his performing arts or his entertainment industry, creativity, children, investing in restaurants. Then you see also this second house has to do with restaurants. Then you see in the seventh house you have Aquarius, ruled by Saturn. That's relationships, partnerships with the agents and other musicians. Then Pavarotti, close relationship that gave him a lot of recognition. And then you have the ninth house is Aries, ruled by Mars, gives a good recognition, a good fortune, relationships with government and father and religion. And then you have the 12th house, ruled by Cancer, ruled by Moon. So this is spiritual growth through letting go of attachments, hospitalization. So now let's go through each of the planets, look at their strength and how they're operating in the chart. So Sun is at 8 degrees. It's afflicted by Rahu. So he does have some health issues during his life. This is his vitality. But generally got good support from his dad. He learned had schooled in singing at a very early age. His parents were both performers as well. And let's see. Yeah, and this is in the house of health issues. So Sun is there, and it's aspected by not only by Rahu, which can give some health concerns and digestive and heart issues. But Mercury's there, giving good communication skills as well. And yeah. Okay, then Moon. Moon is at 27 degrees. It's malefic. It's close to the most effective point, just barely. So it afflicts this house of success. So he did have some ups and downs early on. And then you have It's also aspecting the ninth house, so there is some litigation, some legal issues at some point, which we're going to talk about. Then you have, and then also this is the rules the house of hospitalization, so it can give those issues there as well. And let's see here. Performing for the public. Moon is public, and also it is hospitality. So he has a restaurant. Mars is at 18 degrees, close to the most effective point. Strong and well placed, gives good fortune through government, and he got the Aztec Award from Mexico and honors from many other countries. Interest in sports. He was into soccer and baseball when he was younger. Gives a lot of passion and drive, which is important for an opera singer. Mercury is at 15 degrees. So, yeah, Mars is placed in this house. Home life is very important to him. So Mercury is at 15 degrees. It is ruling the house of wealth and reputation and continuation of the marital bond, but it's placed in the sixth house. So that gives some weakness. So this is the house of restaurants, and this is the house of good reputation. So occasionally his reputation can be tarnished because it's in that sixth house, causing delays and setbacks and things like that. And can make his speech be misunderstood, even though it gives him good communication skills. So he was accused of sexual harassment. And let's see, actually Rahu afflicts Mercury as well as Sun here. So yeah, so again, some speech, misunderstood speech, and reputation can be up and down. Let's see. Jupiter is one of his strong and well placed planets, as well as Mars, and it is ruling this house of entertainment, creativity, musical creativity. In his case, gives him real big range, expansion of range. He can go from baritone to tenor, and that's strong and well placed. And it is aspected by Saturn, so his good fortune comes through his relationships and his vocal range, and his religion, and his government associations. So then Venus also represents wife. Jupiter also represents children, so gave him, I think, 4 children or 3 children. Venus is at 16 degrees, and it is aspected by Jupiter. So again, Venus is this success, performing arts, success, gives a wife that's also in performing arts, and yeah, so success through performing arts, and beautiful wife who also does performing arts. Saturn is at 15 degrees, aspected by Jupiter, so gives strong relationships with agents and other people in the musical industry. Also give him service. This is the house of service, so Sun and Mercury are a little bit connected to service, and Saturn. So he really helped out with the earthquake. He had some relatives die in that earthquake, Mexican earthquake. So he's a philanthropist and has strong relations. Anybody who in the performing arts industry needs strong relationships. So that Saturn is giving him that. Then Rahu and Ketu. Rahu gives desire for wealth and fame, and continuation of the marital bond. And then Ketu gives insights into religion, into the occult. He's some interest in the occult, and it also can bring some unexpected events, separations. So let's look and see when the planets were operating. So not everything happens all at once. In 1962, he has his second marriage during a Saturn period. Saturn is relationships. In 1985, he has, he has colon cancer, I think, in March 10th of 2010 during a Venus representing K2, causing hospitalization. K2 is a separation. So Venus could be representing the colon here in this situation. K2 can be representing cancer. July of 2013, he had some heart surgery. That was during a sun period. Sun represents heart. Rahu represents unexpected events. Then he had gallbladder operation in October of 2015 during K2 period. K2 again can be hospitalization and surgery. During the earthquake, I think this is actually supposed to be 1985 was the earthquake, one of the earthquakes, and so he had some family members die during that. That was a K2 period. So again, death-like experiences in the house of death-like experiences. He was accused of sexual harassment in 2019 during a Moon Rahu period. Moon being this house of can be accusations and issues, legal issues, and Rahu can bring unexpected events to his reputation in the house of reputation. And then actually he had to resign from his job. So then he was hospitalized for COVID-19 coronavirus disease in March 30th, 2020 during a Moon Jupiter period. So Moon again is hospitalization. And if we look at that transit chart for that time period, so this is a circular chart. The outer circle is where the planets are at the time that you select, and the inner circle is where the planets were when you're born, the birth chart. So if we look in August, we can look at the harassment charges. You have Saturn K2 very close together in this house of entertainment. K2 bringing unexpected events. Moon is affecting the relationships. Mercury, which is your reputation, is going through the 12th house, bringing challenges to his reputation. And then if we look at when he's actually in the hospital for the COVID-19, we go a few months later. Here we are in March, towards the end of the month, and we see that Mars-Saturn conjunct in the house of health, weakening his health, and Sun going through the 8th house of death-like experiences and diseases. And then you can see, a few days later, they begin to separate. So he may get better when Sun moves out of that house by mid-April. And you still have Mercury and K2 conjunct. So this could be still affecting something there. But hopefully he gets better. And so we're actually doing this April 8th. So what could we do to strengthen this chart? He already has pretty strong Mars and pretty strong Jupiter. They could be further strengthened. So let's say let's go back to the birth chart. So if we strengthen Mars, we'll bring more good fortune, more passion, more creativity, more courage. He had a lot of courage to do what he's done. If we strengthen Sun, it'll give him better longevity and the heart issues. And that can be done with a ruby. Mars could be done with red coral, or you could get a kavash, which is a protective locket that contains the Devata yantras for all the planets except for Moon and Rahu, because we don't want to strengthen Moon, it's malefic. So strengthening Mars would give good fortune and relationship with government, and maybe not so much legal issues with this harassment charge. If we strengthen Sun, it would give good longevity, better heart. If she strengthened Mercury, would improve the reputation, wealth, and the marriage. If we strengthen Venus, it would improve his success. If we strengthen Saturn, Jupiter, it would improve his entertainment abilities and his creativity and his investments. If we strengthen Saturn, it will improve his relationships. And if we transform Moon by helping women and Shiva chants on Mondays, or any kind of chants, that could transform Moon and cause less challenges for him in terms of the hospitalization and separation. And then if we strengthen Rahu, give more ambition and less unexpected events with the reputation. If we strengthen transform, now you transform Rahu by, you don't want to strengthen it, you want to transform it by giving to people who cannot help themselves. So he did some of that with that earthquake fund, and then also Shiva chants. K2, you can strengthen with Ganesh chants and helping spiritual organizations, which I think he does with the Catholic Church. So he's probably doing a lot of these remedies, which are the chants and charities, and then either the gemstones, colors, like dark blue, yellow, orange, green, white, through the colors, wearing those colors, or the kavash. Kavash is the best way because it, you don't have to worry about the quality of the stone and the expense, and it's always good to strengthen all the planets, the benefics. So that's the chart for Placido Domingo. We pray that he gets better soon. If you would like to learn more and have your chart read, you can go to vastucreations.com under services. If you would like to learn more about Transformational Vedic Astrology, go to American Institute of Vastu.com, and you can take an astrology course. Level 1 gives you the basics, and you can read any chart, and then level 2 is more depth, and you can get certified as a astrologer and do charts for people. So thank you for listening. Again, my name is Michael Mastro. Namaste.